Today, we're diving into what I can only describe as a real-world psychological thriller. We're going to unpack some truly fascinating research and uncover how, believe it or not, the most devastating force on a modern battlefield isn't a hypersonic missile. It's not a stealth jet either. Actually, the most devastating force is the army that isn't even there. Think about this for a second. Right now, as we speak, an enemy commander is out there ordering a multi-million-dollar missile strike on a target that literally doesn't exist. It's a total mind-bending paradox. We're living in this wild era where the most advanced AI decision makers and the most sophisticated tracking systems on the planet are being completely paralyzed by shadows, by digital hallucinations. You aren't just fighting soldiers anymore. In this new landscape, you're fighting a ghost, and that changes absolutely everything we thought we knew about strategy.
So, let's get right into Section 1, fighting the invisible enemy, and this massive shift from physical attrition to cognitive dominance.
To really wrap our heads around this evolution, we have to realize that the primary goal of conflict isn't just physical destruction anymore. Defeating a superpower in, say, 2026, it doesn't necessarily mean firing a single real bullet. If you can break their mind, if you can shatter their ability to tell what's real and what's fake, you've achieved what's called cognitive dominance. You bypass the physical grind entirely. Just think about how hard it is for us scrolling social media to spot the difference between real photos and AI deepfakes. Now scale that exact same sensory confusion all the way up to a multi-billion-dollar military operation. It's wild. It's about completely hacking the enemy's reality.
And when we talk about decoys today, do me a favor and toss out those old World War II images of flimsy rubber balloons. We are talking about highly advanced metamaterials here. These are incredibly engineered structures that look exactly like an unstoppable, heavily armored tank division on an enemy's satellite feed or radar scan. They bounce back the exact same radar cross-section as the real thing. So, as far as the computer is concerned, it's a tank. Absolutely no question.
Moving on to Section 2, the multispectral illusion, or how we go about deconstructing this phantom force.
So how in the world do you pull off a magic trick this massive against multi-billion-dollar surveillance systems? Well, it's not just about fooling a camera anymore. It's about tricking every single sensor all at the exact same time. Step 1 is those visual and radar metamaterials we just talked about. But step 2, this is where it gets crazy. Programmable thermal heat emitters. They literally replicate the specific thermal signature of idling diesel engines and the body heat of a human crew. And then step 3 layers on localized 5G mesh networks to blast out synthetic radio traffic. They are creating a flawless, full-spectrum digital footprint. It looks right on radar, it feels hot to thermal cameras, and it's chatting away on the radio just like a real army.
And hey, this illusion isn't just happening on the ground, it's up in the sky too. By taking swarms of cheap, off-the-shelf drones and flying them in really complex, highly specific formations, you can totally trick long-range air defense sensors. The radar essentially merges those tiny drone signatures together, and suddenly, the AI panics. It thinks a top-tier stealth bomber or a whole squadron of high-value fighter jets is incoming. It triggers a massive panicked response over absolutely nothing, just some cheap drones.
Which brings us perfectly to Section 3. The economics of deception and what we call the munition gap.
All this high-tech trickery, it sets up a devastating financial trap. Picture this. On one side, you have a $1,000 inflatable decoy, rigged up with a couple of heat emitters and a radio transmitter. But on the other side, you have a $1 million precision-guided missile that an adversary just fired to blow it up. This dynamic forces adversaries to just bleed their defense budgets dry. They are burning through incredibly rare, extremely expensive, and hard-to-replace munitions on literally nothing more than rubber and radio waves. It is an absolute economic hemorrhage.
But the financial cost is really just the tip of the iceberg. By throwing a giant wrench into the logistics of war, these ghost armies force military commanders to waste their most critically limited resource of all: time. Imagine your radar screen lighting up with hundreds of potential targets, and you know for a fact half of them are fake. Every fast-moving operation grinds to an absolute halt. You have to go through endless target verification, slowing your momentum to a total crawl, all while your high-tech arsenal is slowly being depleted. Let's look at Section 4, paralyzing the command chain, creating the new fog of war. Because while the physical and economic drains are bad enough, the psychological impact on the human decision-makers, that is the ultimate goal here. It's like a psychological domino effect. Domino 1, the AI sensors are fooled. Domino 2, incredibly expensive munitions are wasted on empty space.
But then that crucial third domino falls. The human intelligence reports start contradicting the electronic sensors. A commander looks at a screen, sees a massive tank division, but their spies on the ground are saying, hey, there's nothing out here. This creates a massive, cascading ripple of false positives that completely shatters the commander's trust in their own million-dollar equipment. The entire decision-making process just freezes.
The result of all that confusion is what we call choice paralysis. It's basically a state of strategic freezing. A commander simply can't commit their real, valuable resources because they are totally overwhelmed by the presence of this phantom army. And this choice paralysis is a total game changer. It allows the deceiving force, the guys casting the illusions, to act with absolute impunity, while the enemy just sits back, sweating, second-guessing every single blip on their radar.
And once a commander is paralyzed like that, confused, unsure of what to trust, they become incredibly vulnerable. A fake retreat, broadcast through that synthetic radio traffic and moving heat signatures we talked about, can act as irresistible bait. It easily lures that confused adversary right out of a nice, safe, fortified position and directly into a very real, very deadly ambush. The illusion sets the trap, right? But reality is what springs it.
Finally, Section 5, the future of combat, and the concept of non-kinetic victory.
As we look ahead, the really scary part is that these deception tactics are evolving exponentially faster than the sensors built to catch them. We are rapidly approaching a future where it's way more than just inflatable tanks. Next-generation ghost armies are going to use large-scale holographic projections and AI-generated deepfake communications to simulate entire generals. I mean, they'll mimic voices and faces perfectly to issue fake orders, basically simulating entire chain of command structures out of thin air. Meaning, the side that controls perception, the side that hacks reality the best, wins the war without firing a single lethal shot.
So I want to leave you with this final thought as we wrap up this explainer. In a world where visual evidence is basically dead, where a satellite image, a thermal scan, and a radio intercept can all be perfectly, flawlessly fabricated by an adversary, how will we ever define reality in the wars of tomorrow? Thank you so much for exploring this with me today, and I highly recommend keeping that question in the back of your mind as all this tech continues to evolve.